So one thing I really like about Star Wars is that there are so many different planets and environments to see, like especially in the prequels where they introduce all these different planets with their own like things going on, like Kamino has the whole cloning facility, and then stuff like Clone Wars where they introduce even more planets, and I just enjoy the general sense of diversity you get, and you do get a good sense of that in this game where you start in Kashyyyk with the forest planet. You go around in the ship in the level we just played, and then we have a droid like junkyard planet with this one, and you get more and more environments as you play through the game, and I feel like that's something that Star Wars in general does really well. Like, you have a few generic desert planets and whatnot, obviously, but I feel like there's a lot of different places to see, different like species and whatnot, and yeah, that's something I really like about this series.
Like, not every planet has to be Jupiter, Mars, or a sci-fi megacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, not everybody needs to be Genos.
Yeah, basically.
Not everything to be like what?
Geonosis.
Right.
Okay.
Or like Tatooine, I guess.
Either or.
Desert planets are the Green Hill Zone of Star Wars.
Yeah. You're not
So
wrong.
what forest planets
say,
are
not
chemical
wrong.
plant?
Yeah.
Man, what is it? Jakku is just a Tatooine ripoff.
Oh, I heard this is a really good ability.
Sith Slash.
Yeah, I heard that and Saber Smash.
Yes, yeah, those are like the two best moves in the game.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
But, yeah, you get your Force Lightning in this level, and this is the best ability in the game, pretty much.
This level is also pretty much designed around you utilizing that as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like
guess
so.
you're gonna prioritize making sure you can do the lightning more.
I think, I try to balance it out, but...
One thing I do
yeah.
like is when you go from Vader to Star Killer is the fact that Vader used the Force choke and it only instead of 8 on the button if I recall correctly.
Right.
So it's something completely new for Star Killer. Basically.
Yeah, because Vader can't use lightning, so...
Right, and the lightning is. I think the choke is like stronger, but the lightning is definitely more effective.
It's more residual, I guess, and it stuns them in place for a while, so you can get like a combo in before they get out of it.
Right.
But yeah, Sith Slash and Sith Saber Smash you were talking about earlier, those are like the best moves in the game pretty much, because essentially some of your combos can like be affected by like force abilities, like lightning and force push and stuff like that. And the lines make so if you gauge these need to strategies that want stuff like this right now, mainly best to just do the lightning attacks.
Does the combo work really well on the boss fights?
I think so, if you can get an opening.
By the way, I don't think we went over this. Are you getting all the holocrons?
No, I'm getting all the ones I see, but I'm not. This ain't 100%.
Howard.
I
Can I
mean,
just say something that I don't like in Star Wars lore?
what's that?
And this
You don't like
mostly
Shadows of
happens
War
in
and
games,
Stars.
but The lightsaber is supposed to be able to cut through literally anything except another lightsaber.
Yeah.
So why is it 90% of the time when you're using a lightsaber, it's just like using a club?
Probably because that would require a lot of... that would basically require you to just cut through anything and go anywhere. And unless it's like open world...
It needs limits.
Yeah, unless it's like an open world you're going for, I don't think that's gonna really work.
Like, I
Unless
get it
you're
from a
doing
from a gameplay point of view. Like,
Yeah,
you don't want to give someone literally a god sword, but the lightsaber is a god sword.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I guess unless it's something like Fallen Order, where like you cut through the environment and to like open up paths.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, at the time I was recording, I finally started playing that game.
Yeah.
Not far, but I get the feeling it's a long road.
I can't believe it's taken us this long to bring this up, but yeah, the blue bar is your force energy. So you want to be kind of careful about just how much you use like the force, because there can be times where like if you abuse it too much, you're kind of just boned waiting, and if you have like a bunch of strong enemies in the way, you might get screwed.
I know, like, I think when you get some of the later abilities, like the force can go into like an extra like cooldown.
Yeah.
Like I think when the meter goes yellow.
Yeah, when it goes yellow, it's in cooldown. If you have just a little bit of force energy, then you can basically do anything, I believe.
But that'll put it in cooldown.
Yeah. Obviously you can like make it last longer and whatnot.
I feel bad for that guy's head.
Yeah.
Zoom.
All right. I forgot I did.
What the heck?
I don't know. Like, just trying to get the holocron.
Yes. Darth Vader's most trusted asset. Yet he can never be revealed to the Emperor, for he would be executed on sight.
Yeah, just trying to awkwardly do platforming here.
You haven't heard the tale of the Sith Lord Darth Glitchius?
It's not one that the Sith would tell you.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
What?
Honestly, we thought we got rid of the last holocron for that one.
My video's being a little glitchy.
Oh god.
Yeah, the video's kind of fucked.
Okay, no, I see. I'm seeing
too?
that. I'm seeing that too. I think it's just a video.
With that green.
Okay.
That wasn't just me.
Yeah, I saw that too. Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine now.
Okay, I have no idea what that was
it's
about.
in the video, but it's like...
That,
This is why you need to scrub your videos when you're editing them.
I mean, I couldn't really do anything about that. Like that, I think that was just the capture card screwing up. I couldn't. Like if I wanted to fix that, I'd have to re-record this and screw that.
I mean, yeah, basically that is what you would have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just play this from Weekend Plus.
I like to be. I like to do like vanilla runs for playthroughs, or like commentary, whatnot.
Okay, yeah, good thing you specified commentary, because I was gonna say one of our last few parts of Burp Fight people say otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what you do in that scenario is...
I mean, we didn't have a choice, but still.
The recording hardware screwed up, so I came back to this level after I discovered that, and...
I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Splash screens.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Man, there's so much of this planet that like it's so different since I'm so used to Wii version.
Yeah, you're the only one that's played. Well, actually, no. I should clarify. The only one that's finished Wii version, right?
Yes, I've done it. I've done it a couple times.
Right.
But that's years ago. I still have my copy, but I don't remember the last time I played it.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
You really like the ISR on?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do wanna, I would like to play the Wii version
Not sure what I'm looking
eventually.
at here. Are you picking up anything?
Just some panic transmissions.
I wonder if we should do something with that blue thing we saw.
Yeah, right.
To get back to the lightsaber point, yeah, we know why. Let's be frank, the weapon is nerfed in games.
Yeah, they basically just nerf
It's a
it.
wiffle bat.
They basically just
Yeah.
make it so you can't just breeze through everything, but yeah.
It's as much
yes.
a practical. Go on.
Yes. I have the power to emit lightning from my bare hands and a glowy baseball bat.
Yeah.
What is the beam katana for aim from No More Heroes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very different, by the way.
Clearly.
I mean,
It's not. Well, I mean, it's very different until you get the last version. It's pretty much flat out lightsaber.
the lightsaber's plasma and the beam katana is an actual laser sword.
Good boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why it's got that rod with the little disc on top of it to stop the laser from just being infinite length.
yeah, with the whole lightsaber thing, the one thing that shows like how like in game they're underpowered than like how they should be is in just boss fights in general, where like they can take they can tank like a bunch of hits from the thing.
Yeah, right. Whereas in the movies, one hit done.
Pretty much.
I mean, like, look what happened to Darth Maul.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
So we're going after what was the name of the Jedi again?
Custom Paradas.
Jar Jar Binks.
So yeah, they
Yes.
need like. Is it like all of these mooks just from him alone?
I think so. I think that's what's going on here.
That's kind of silly.
I mean, like, when you see in the boss fight, he has like a what is it? Like his own version of the Jedi Council, kind of just.
Well, he's gone insane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's gone insane. So yeah.
Well, I'm just saying the fact that like from what I can understand, he's basically controlling all these mooks himself, but with the Force.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, how strong is this dude?
Yeah.
And why doesn't he just pin you to the ground with the power of the Force and just snap your neck?
Because he's crazy. Yeah, I guess he can't
Well,
think straight.
I mean that too, but I mean it's a general thing throughout Star Wars is that you can't just easily break someone's Force connection like that. Well, I mean, a Force sensitives, like.
Isn't it more of a willing decision to cut yourself in the Force?
Well, it'd basically be like force choking him from a distance if he's capable of making all of these assortment of creatures all controlled by him at one time.
Vader could totally strangle that guy through a monitor.
But then even still, at the same time, you'd think with that level of force power, he'd technically be able to move a moon.
Right.
I mean, granted, as far as I can tell, they were on the same ship, but whatever.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, even better is I remember I know in one of the DLC levels there's a bit where where he's on the ground level and he's doing it from like a ship in mid combat even.
Nice.
I'm like, wow. Oh, speaking of which, is this gonna have the DLC levels?
Yeah, we're doing that at the end of this.
Is this the Ultimate Civ edition?
Oh my god. No, this is the. I think I have the vanilla game. I had to download all the DLC.
So yeah, there's like 3 DLC levels.
Yeah, there's one for like normal Star Killer, and then there's 2 for the bad ending, I think.
Which are just like fun, which is just kind of more like fun what it's.
Yeah.
I remember there's this fun little. The funniest thing I remember is fighting the Force Ghost.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but yeah.
Obviously, Wii version didn't have to go through that. In fact, the Wii version doesn't even have a bad ending.
Okay, so this game is non-canon because Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which ending
this
is
is
the more canon ending?
the light side ending, so the good ending.
Light side ending because at least that because
Because like,
everybody's alive.
I mean that. Well, I mean, okay. The one thing that makes the dark side ending non-canon is the fact that you kill Vader.
Okay, yeah, so the light side ending's canon. Well, more canon.
Yeah, you kill Vader,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
just like
immediate
red
red
like
flag.
after remembering how the ending of Falling Order goes, I think I mentioned this during the last part how it's just like you can't just beat Vader that easily. Honestly,
No.
Oh, yeah. There's something
like
I
even
know
Luke hardly
from
stood.
tabletop
I think even Luke
RPGs.
I think even if I recall episode 6 correctly, even Luke hardly stood any chance. Honestly,
I mean, the thing with the thing with that is the fact that in episode 5, well, I mean both 5 and 6 really.
5 he was trained, so
No, I'm talking about Vader more specifically than Luke.
oh.
Is the fact that Vader wasn't really trying to kill Luke. In
Well,
fact,
obviously, alright, because it's on,
yeah,
obviously.
it's
If Vader was trying to kill Luke, it'd just force choke him off of the platform on Sky City, I think it was.
yeah.
And
Cloud
then
City.
drop him
City.
from a great height. Yeah, and there's nothing that Luke would be able to do about it.
Also, you gotta love
What's
this point of no return.
I think the plan was like Narshada
Yeah,
or
same.
something like that.
Yeah, but like, yeah, he didn't want to kill Luke because he's his son, and he was clearly he was pretty much just toying with him to just try and lure him to the dark side and whatnot. And
Right.
yeah. So you never really saw Vader as full potential in the trilogy, just due to
It being the 70s.
no,
Right.
I mean, not even just that, but I just mean in terms of circumstances, because you only I mean, I guess, with the
I mean, to
exception
be
of...
fair, you also never see him. He's
Well,
just
that's
doing
true.
his job
Well,
most of the
well,
time,
well,
which at that point
okay.
in history is diplomacy. Debatable.
I think the in terms of how you look at it from a story perspective, though, I think with the Obi-Wan fight, he was just being a lot more cautious because his arrogance last time, like, made him get burnt alive, and obviously we just talked about the thing with Luke, so
Also, Obi-Wan basically let himself die in that fight.
yeah.
He did, yeah, right. Actually, while we're talking about Obi-Wan, isn't that a thing in the Clone Wars cartoon, how the Force Ghosts are even a thing?
Yeah, they had to, like, what is it planet called? They go to a planet and then, like, they learn that, like, Force ghosts are, like, actually a thing, and it's like
So it's something kind of like secret after death or something like that.
yeah, there's like a whole trick to it, and like that's why there's only a
Because they
few of
live
them.
within the midichlorians or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's something like Qui-Gon and all that too. I think it was
I
like
still need
he,
to watch Clone Wars.
if I recall, it's like he never finished the training.
He never finished the training, so he's like what is it? He's like a part of the Force now or something, so he can like talk.
Voice, but he can't be seen or anything.
Yeah, he's just a voice. And like Yoda goes through a whole arc in the Clone Wars about how like learning how to become a Force ghost. It's kind of interesting.
Force ghosts are physical beings, right?
Force
No.
ghosts are
Are you sure?
the minds of people getting downloaded into the intergalactic metachlorine network and then projecting themselves in front of force-sensitive people at times of convenience.
Well, I mean, cause like, okay, lately I actually seen an episode of, take this with a grain of salt. I think semi-recently there was a film theory episode about why couldn't the Force Ghosts just do everything.
So guaranteed bullshit.
But
It's hard to say.
They are only able to work and basically able to do their things in areas where where the Force is stronger.
I guess
Yeah, but that doesn't
Well,
make
because,
any
like,
sense
Dagobah-
because the
like, compare
Force
Dagobah-
flows freely through the galaxy.
Because like Dagobah, for example, has a high amount of Force and all that, which is why
Right.
Obi-Wan had was so much clearer there than on like Hoth.
I guess
That
maybe
just
I don't
doesn't
know.
make
But
sense.
like
though.
interestingly, something that they pointed out was during that bit where Obi-Wan revealed himself on Hoth, not Hoth, on Dagobah, was he actually was brushing by the environment, so he was more physical.
I mean, yeah, I mean, in what is it, Last Jedi? Yoda like hits Luke with his cane. So I mean, yeah.
So,
I don't know.
maybe they are physical, but only when there's enough Force.
I have no idea. It hasn't really been very clear.
Well, the Metachlorians rule in the frickin' air anyway, so if they're capable of projecting Force lightning at a user's will, surely it's capable of making a semi-physical entity. Because you get enough atoms together, eventually you've got something.
The saying also goes, if you strike me down, I should become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, you're literally just a ghost. So what's that really gotta mean? What would that mean otherwise?
Yeah.
It simply means that Obi-Wan technically cheated death. That's what the Jedi successfully did, and the Darksiders couldn't really do.
That's the thing. Like, what is it?
And then Anakin did.
The Sith's like ultimate goal is to become immortal, and they by nature can't because of just how Sith.
Sorry.
What is it? The Sith can't become immortal just because of how they work, whereas Jedi, because like they just.
Yeah, but then that means that the Force is imbalanced.
Well, I mean, it's the fact that like Jedi are like meant to be completely selfless and whatnot, and that's how they.
So they give themselves to the Force, and that's how they turn into a Force ghost.
Kinda.
Well,
Sith
I
give
don't know.
themselves to the Force, even though they see the Force as a means to the end to ultimate power and immortality, which means they already kind of have.
I mean.
Well, I mean the Force really depends on how one sees and uses it.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing with the Jedi is that they I guess kind of let the Force guide them. I suppose, whereas like the Sith abuses it and like basically uses it to gain power as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, because like assuming like Palpatine's like story wasn't bullshit about the whole like but how like reviving the dead or something like that, or keeping someone alive. Like that's what the power of a Sith can be, but that's obviously a more selfish practice.
Yeah.
Or a selfish goal, whereas the Jedi are pretty much trained to be selfless. They think of others before themselves, or protecting the order of the Force and all that.
Yeah, it's also interesting with the what is it, the Jedi Order and whatnot, because they've kind of lost their ways, and the prequels go out of the way to show this a lot. Whereas like what you call it? They basically just go with the side of the politics a lot, and
look what happened.
Yeah, they
ran a very successful empire.
I mean, they didn't. They made it happen, but
they made it happen, but they did it. In fact, they got killed.
I mean, the thing is, like, they became very complacent. Like, they felt it was like completely absurd that the Sith in general could come back after like millennia, so they kind of just didn't care until it actually like happened. So yeah, they.
You're having fun.
I don't know what I was doing there. So it's kind of interesting.
Start killer with a happy boy. Compressed yellow lightsaber crystal.
Yeah, that's a lot of those things. Because
How would you compress a crystal?
Whatever.
like
Where were we?
no, I was just
The dark side.
gonna say what am I saying? I was gonna say how I have heard some people like talk about the Jedi and the prequels and that like I guess they were like jerks or something when it's like that's kind of the point. they were meant to be like their views were meant to be skewed. So
All this tells me is Obi-Wan is up. Gone.
I was just gonna say like they see I don't even know what I'm saying. I was like they see their views as like pretty much the right thing, and
Bear away or the highway.
in a sense, and like
Because we're with the light side of the Force, we're the good guys, and you can't argue that because space wizards.
yeah, I mean
Okay,
yeah.
okay then, Master Ericus.
it's essentially that. It's basically Ericus versus Xehanort. Like
yeah, right. It's pretty much a Star Wars plot. The more I talk about it, I know I think we made this joke before. I think we actually talked about this in the Let's Play a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like it's basically two extremes. Like one's
absolute light is evil as is absolute darkness.
It's pretty much.
Both
see each other as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if you go back way back in Star Wars lore, which is now no longer canon, the whole thing of the light side and the dark side is yes, there were two sides of the coin, but if you were attuned too deeply in the light side to balance the Force, you had to attune yourself with the dark side.
I mean, yeah, the thing with the Sith as well is that they originally came from old Jedi that got rogue because they just didn't believe in the old beliefs anymore, and that's what started this whole thing.
And then because of that, then the people that were either balanced just died out, and the people that were on the light side said, well, we're the good guys now. And just refused to acknowledge the dark side as anything more than the path to evil and hatred.
Right, more... Yeah, because, using the Kingdom Hearts comparisons again, Riku is pretty much the only one who I guess in the Star Wars sense could be a real Jedi Master when you think about it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, it's not a matter of if you're using light or dark side abilities; it's what you're using them for.
We're using them, yeah, because he's not because Riku darkness doesn't need to be evil.
No, it doesn't.
Hell, the main character in Tales and Symphonia of Dawn of the New World, his element is dark.
Right. It's gone.
Oh, buddy. Oh, good. Ugh. Nah.
Look at that pulsing crystal. It looks kind of ugly, actually.
Yes, it's kind of interesting. It's before just a quick side thing before you say your point, Scrappy. I think the compressed lightsabers is actually. I think Kylo Ren in the sequels actually uses a compressed lightsaber.
But it makes that same pulsey effect?
I think. Or it might be I think it's he had a cracked crystal or something.
You're changing it back and you don't like it either, I see.
Cracked crystal because... cracked crystal, and that's why he needs the side not fissures. It's why he has the crossguard design. It's to kind of let out the excess energy.
Right, yeah.
By the way, is the gold color your favorite one?
No, I think I'm just using that because, it's... I mean, I don't have much choice right now. But yeah...
What is your favorite lightsaber color, actually? Before we move on.
I don't know.
Cut me off some more, why don't you?
I don't know why.
Wait, why are we showing this off now?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a little random text that I'm not gonna read.
Where's Joey?
I think you're just showing off a data bank.
Possibly.
Anyways, go ahead, Scrappy.
Very Jedi. Is what all of you sound like.
That's a good bit of good unpause the investigate.
Oh! Okay, yeah,
No, just unpause. Boom!
what was Scrappy trying to say before that?
You all sound like Grey Jedi.
What?
Great.
Grey Jedi.
This is. I think that it's essentially like you're just. I don't even know if that's like an actual term like that's used nowadays, but it just means that you don't favor one side. You just do your own thing.
The enlightened centrist of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Use both light and darkness. You are a genius.
Jeez.
It's so easy because it's correct.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
seriously, I know it's that's the again I'm sorry for bringing up Kingdom Hearts again, but it's just like that's really it though. It's just
Yeah.
how like you really need to find a good balance of it. That's what I remember this one attack in Dream Drop Distance where you do like Sora and Riku both. I think Sora and Riku can both do this, where they do like two spin attacks, one after another, one of dark and one of light. That's the kind of thing they really need to have.
Yeah. It's like that's what makes Palpatine so genius in the prequels is that he's technically not wrong because like the things he says, like the Jedi have become like pragmatic in their view of the Force, and all this other stuff.
You mean dogmatic?
Yeah. And it's like,
Let me look at
and it's like he's not wrong. That's the thing.
I mean, he's partially responsible for their problems.
I mean, he is. But it's like,
dogmatic and inclined to lay down principles as incontrovertibly true.
exactly, yeah. And it's like
Okay. Okay.
that's what makes makes it so genius of how well he could manipulate Anakin. And yeah, I don't know. It's I guess going with the Kingdom Hearts comparison, that's what made like Terra like getting tricked, I guess, like a lot more believable because like in both cases they do it in a way that makes sense and it doesn't feel far-fetched that the characters would believe that.
They're not wrong. It's just that the way they're wording it's just that they're just really smart at.
They're wording it very carefully, and they're also
wording it carefully so that they'll basically just do what they need them to do.
yeah, also fail.
Ow.
I think that was just an honest mistake. But yeah.
Cass and Braddock really doing this too? Like seriously.
You do see a bunch of these like mini boss guys in his actual fight, so yeah, I guess so.
I can't. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, the more I gotta agree how with like Clement with how he said like the a lot of the stuff in Force Unleashed is absolutely ridiculous to the point of like there's no way this could be canon in any way.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, yeah,
like
I can get that.
You know what his biggest example was? Proxy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the okay. I have kind of conflicted feelings on this, but there's a lot to say about that, so I think we'll just save that for the next part.
All right. There's no playlist here. I get it.
I'll just stop the recording.